Nimrod is a story of arrogance, pride, and a surprising end. He was a black-hearted king who claimed that he would kill his God because he believed he himself was the only God of the whole world. He was a cursed man who dared to challenge Allah. Nimrod even built a very tall tower so he could shoot arrows into the sky to kill God. When those arrows returned soaked in blood, he shouted with joy, "I have destroyed your God." But why did Allah let his arrows return with blood? Why did Allah let him remain in this false belief? This was the same tyrant who lit a fire that reached the clouds and threw Hazrat Ibrahim as into it. Nimrod ruled for 400 years, a cruel king the world had never seen before. Yet his end came not from armies or weapons, but from a tiny fly that entered his ear. Thousands of years ago, Nimrod ruled the land of Babylon. He was the leader of the Chaldani tribe. At first, people thought he was just and good-hearted, but as his kingdom expanded, arrogance grew in his heart. He built a vast empire and then openly declared, "I am God, worship me." Though his name is not directly mentioned in the Qur'an, most Islamic scholars agree that the king who debated Prophet Ibrahim, in Surah al-Baqarah was Nimrod. His real name is believed to be Narmasan, and he became one of the most cruel rulers of Babylon. He was the first man in history to say, "I am God." One night, Nimrod had a terrifying dream. A bright light, more radiant than the sun and moon, descended from the sky. He woke in fear and called his astrologers. They told him, "A boy will be born in your land who will challenge your power and destroy your kingdom." In rage, Nimrod ordered the killing of every newborn boy. Countless innocent children were slaughtered. During this time, Hazrat Ibrahim, was born. To protect him, his mother hid him in a cave. There, Angel Jibril, nourished him with milk and honey from his fingers until he grew strong. When Ibrahim, grew up, he rejected his father's idol-making profession and began questioning the false gods of his people. He showed them the weakness of their idols, which could neither see nor hear nor help themselves. He debated with them about the stars, moon, and sun, showing that all these bodies set and vanish, while the true Lord never disappears. He then made a bold plan. On the day of a festival, when the city was empty, he entered the great temple, broke all the idols with an axe, and left the largest idol standing with the axe hung on its neck. When people returned and saw the destruction, he told them, "Ask the big idol. Perhaps he destroyed the rest." The people were stunned into silence, but instead of accepting the truth, they arrested Ibrahim, and took him to Nimrod. In the court, Nimrod asked Ibrahim, about his Lord. Ibrahim replied, "My Lord is the one who gives life and death." Nimrod arrogantly said, "I too give life and death." To prove it, he killed one prisoner and released another. Then Ibrahim, said, "Allah brings the sun from the east. Bring it from the west, if you are God." Nimrod was silenced. He had no answer. The fire of Nimrod humiliated. Nimrod ordered Ibrahim, to be burnt alive. For a whole month, people collected wood until a mountain-like pile was made. The fire was so fierce that even birds could not fly over it. A massive catapult was built to throw Ibrahim, inside. At that moment, the angels asked Allah for permission to save him. But Ibrahim, said, "Don't come between me and my Lord. I am pleased with whatever he wills." He was then cast into the fire, but Allah commanded, "O fire, be coolness and safety for Ibrahim." Surah Al-Anbiya, 69. The fire did not harm him. Only his ropes were burnt. Ibrahim, came out safe and glowing with the light of Allah. The people were shocked, but their hearts remained hard. Instead of learning his lesson, Nimrod built a giant tower and shot arrows into the sky. When they returned with blood, he foolishly claimed he had harmed the God of the heavens. Later he mocked Ibrahim, again, asking him to bring the army of his God. Soon after, a vast army did come, but it was made of tiny mosquitoes. They attacked Nimrod's soldiers, leaving nothing but bones. Nimrod ran to his palace and shut the doors, thinking he was safe. But a single mosquito entered his nose and reached his brain. The pain drove him mad. He ordered his soldiers to strike his head with hammers to relieve the pain. For days he screamed, but the agony only increased. Finally, a blow crushed his head, And Nimrod, the arrogant king who ruled for 400 years, was destroyed by the weakest of creatures. The lesson: Nimrod, who claimed to be God, who threw Ibrahim as into fire, who ruled with pride and cruelty, was ended by a single mosquito. His empire vanished, and his story remains a lesson for all time. Imam Shafi'i, R.A., was once asked why Allah created mosquitoes. He replied, "So that man remembers that a proud king like Nimrod was destroyed by a tiny insect." This is the wisdom of Allah. May Allah protect us from arrogance and pride.